We gotta reflect on the what Ralph said about if he could do it over again, he'd leave early, get drafted by the Lakers. Okay, so there's the story, obviously maybe most known is in '82 when you were thinking about leaving early. If the Lakers could swing a deal with San Diego to get the rights to the pick to draft you, but was there? I'm trying to think back to '79 when you're coming out of high school. Was there another opportunity? Weren't there multiple opportunities for Lakers to try to bring you on early before?
Well, yeah, there were. So, I mean, the one year, um, one year being drafted, it was between, so the first year it was me or Kevin McHale. We beat Kevin McHale in the 1979-80 NIT. Kevin McHale ran the Broadnet crew. And that's when Red Auerbach came to my parents' house with $1 million in a briefcase and said, "Here, you can play for the mighty Boston
Wait.
Celtics."
Who did what?
Red Auerbach.
Uh-huh.
So I know you know Sid Maxwell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't
So
like.
we'll do something else. But Sid, I did him on our podcast as well. He said to me, he said, "Big fella," because a couple of things. One, Red came to Cedric and Bird and said, "We're gonna go to Virginia and try to lure Ralph Sampson to come to the Boston Celtics." And Max and Bird said, "We ain't going down there and do all that. We don't do it." So Fitzgerald and Red came down with $1 million in a briefcase, put it on my parents' table, and said, "You can come play for the mighty Boston Celtics here this year if you come out of school." So McHale wouldn't have gone to
Wow.
Boston's at that point in time. So I decided to stay in school. Now the
Ralph, you
next
didn't
year,
take that money.
and
What?
I probably should have back then, but
Oh,
I didn't think
Ralph.
I didn't think I was quite ready. Between my freshman and sophomore in Virginia, I gained 15 pounds of muscle, so I was ready back then. Then we go to the Final Four next year. So next year is a coin flip. It's between the Lakers and Indiana. Now, Coop, now that you know all the political stuff of the game, you know the Lakers gonna get that pick.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's just the way it goes. I tell you, how did Patrick Ewing get to New York? Come on, coin flip. Come on, that had to happen. That had to happen. Politically. So that next year, it was me or James Worthy. I was number one player in the country. I was first pick. If I'd have came out, I'd have played with you. And but the twin tie was with Kareem and Magic and the Cook, which is probably what I should have done.
Uh-huh.
Then I look back, of course, with the right thing. But I came back again. The next year, it was me and Isaiah. Isaiah went to Detroit. Me and Isaiah was on the phone, not cell phone because we didn't have it, a home phone. I said, "Okay, great. You coming out, big fella? You coming out with Jockey?" And I said, "I don't know, Isaiah. I don't know what I'm going to do, whatever." So I didn't come out then. Isaiah goes to Detroit, and I end up going to Houston in my
Wow.
senior year. So all those guys, whatever, I tell them all the time, you should thank me because I would have came out sometime. Something would have changed. When I did my Hall of Fame speech with when they were out there and Pat Riley said, "Pat, I'm sorry to get to play for you, Magic. Sorry to get to play for. I should have came out. Y'all wouldn't have had James Worthy, and everybody laughed. But that's the way history goes. That's the way it works. But I would have loved to play out there in California for sure. And then I was being traded. So you remember, in Houston, we didn't have a guard. So they was trying to get Lord Norm Nixon
Nixon.
to Houston for a trade, and the Lakers wanted me to. They wanted to trade, and they wouldn't pull it. They wouldn't pull that trigger.
Mm.